Picture this. A young NBA talent, plucked high in the draft lottery just over a year ago, suddenly finds himself on the outside looking in, with his career at a standstill and no clear path forward. That's the tough spot Devin Carter is in right now. And it's a story that's equal parts frustrating and fascinating for basketball fans. But here's where it gets controversial. How quickly can a team write off a first-round pick? And is this a fair shake for someone who was once seen as a cornerstone? Let's dive deeper into the details, breaking it down step by step so even newcomers to the NBA scene can follow along easily. It all started this offseason when the Sacramento Kings proposed a sign-and-trade deal to the Golden State Warriors, offering Devin Carter along with Dario Saric and 2 second-round draft picks in exchange for Jonathan Kuminga. For those new to basketball lingo, a sign-and-trade is a clever maneuver where a player signs a new contract with one team while being traded to another simultaneously, allowing both sides to manage salaries and rosters without losing talent to free agency. The Warriors, however, rejected the offer outright, choosing instead to bolster their own lineup by bringing in former MVP Russell Westbrook just days ago. This move has only intensified the Kings' apparent lack of enthusiasm for Carter, turning what could have been a fresh start into an even steeper uphill battle. And this is the part most people miss. Despite repeated attempts, the Kings have struck out in finding a trade partner for Carter. NBA insider Jake Fisher shed light on this in a report for the Stein Line last Saturday. You can check it out at https://markstein.substack.com/p/lots and lots of the NBA's latest, painting a picture of a franchise that's grappling with internal changes. Fisher pointed out that Carter, the 13th overall pick from Providence in the 2024 draft, might be on his way out soon. The key decision makers who selected him, Monte McNair and Wes Wilcox, are no longer with the Kings, which could explain the shifting priorities. Devin Carter's days with the franchise appear to be dwindling, Fisher quoted sources as saying. His name has popped up in trade rumors all offseason, but it might take some time for a real deal to come together. To clear roster space for Westbrook, the Kings waived veteran guard Terrence Davis on Friday, meaning Carter is sticking around as the season approaches. But whether he'll crack Doug Christie's regular rotation is anyone's guess. During preseason action, Carter put up modest numbers. An average of 5.0 points, 2.0 rebounds, and 2.3 assists in about 15.1 minutes per game, shooting just 37.5% from the field and a dismal 10.0% from beyond the arc. Now, imagine trying to stand out in a crowded backcourt that already includes big names like Dennis Schroeder, Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, Keon Ellis, and the newly added Westbrook. With so many options vying for minutes, Carter's spot on the team and his appeal to other clubs has taken a hit, even though he's earning a relatively affordable $4.9 million this year. For context, trade value in the NBA is like a player's market worth. Teams weigh factors like performance, potential, and salary to decide if a swap makes sense. On a positive note, the Kings exercised their $5.2 million team option for Carter's contract next season, showing at least some commitment to his development. Yet, for a guy who was once a lottery pick, a high-stakes selection in the draft, this feels like a step backward, especially when compared to his bright-eyed potential. It's ironic, really. The Warriors' decision to pass on the initial trade now looks like a savvy choice, given the league-wide apathy toward Carter. Meanwhile, Saric, who is part of that original offer, might ironically become a key piece for Sacramento at power forward after Keegan Murray suffered a thumb injury. In preseason, the former Warrior averaged 9.7 points and 2.7 rebounds, impressively sinking 53.4% of his three-point attempts, stats that could make him a reliable backup and highlight how fluid NBA roles can be. But here's where opinions really diverge. Is the Kings' handling of Carter a smart business move, Or are they rushing to judgment on a young talent who might still blossom? Some fans argue that NBA teams should invest more patience in rookies, citing examples like Jalen Brunson, who overcame early struggles to become a star with the Knicks. Others point to the harsh realities of the league, where roster spots are limited and results-driven decisions are par for the course. What do you think? Should the Kings trade Carter now for whatever they can get, or hold on to him and hope for a turnaround? Is the Warriors' rejection a vindication, or could it come back to haunt them? Share your takes in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you're team patience or team results.